revelation upon which the local church is built. Every local expression of the body of Christ. Are you there? Is supposed to be built. In fact, the inspiration to start a local church must come from the owner of the church. Let's say I and Pastor Philip have a quarrel. And because we have a quarrel, no, it won't happen, don't worry. We have a quarrel. And because of that, meanwhile, he's anointed. If I give him the microphone now, people will get healed, people will get delivered and all that. So he's anointed. And we have a quarrel. And he now said, well, I'm anointed. He's anointed. I'm anointed. And he goes out and starts a local expression of the body of Christ. That local expression of the body of Christ doesn't have any link with the head. Because one of the evidences that a certain place is a congregation of Christ is that Christ will send internal memos to the pastors, as you have in the book of Revelation chapter 2 and 3. It's a company, and the head of the company, the CEO of the company, is sending letters to the branches. Are you following? Now, the letters that are being sent to the branches is an assessment of the strength of that church in the territory. And from the all-seeing eyes of Jesus, he gives us an accurate analysis of each congregation. The reason why those privileged memos are being trafficked around is because those churches are registered. Their candlesticks are in the heavenlies. They are registered. Just like if you want to start a pharmaceutical company in Nigeria, there is a body called NAFDAC that you are going to receive licensing from. Are you there? So and then they'll give you a NAFDAC number. So if we check any product that is supposed to be consumed in Nigeria and it doesn't have NAFDAC number, it will not sell. Nobody will buy it because it is not certified. So the NAFDAC number of the church, the local expression of the church of Jesus, is the candlestick that exists in the immortal realm, which is symbolic of the church territorial. So if that church territorial doesn't have a candlestick, it means that they don't have the authority to bear the witness of Christ in the territory. Oh, you're not following what I'm talking about? Are you following what I'm? They have no authority to bear witness of Jesus' resurrection. They can bear witness of business, company establishment, how to dress on Fridays, but they don't have the authority to bear witness to Christ in the territory. Because the metaphor that was used to depict church in the book of Revelation chapter 2 and Revelation chapter 3 is the candlestick. Are you there? Revelation chapter 1 verse 9 to 12, you are going to see the drama that takes place there. And you will now see that Jesus is captured in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. And in the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 20, the interpretation of that metaphor, candlesticks, is interpreted to mean the churches. If Jesus is navigating in the midst of the churches, it means that the church happens to be the body he possesses in order for him to be able to carry out his witness upon the face of the earth. So if we lack, are you there? And the reason why the metaphor candlestick is used is because we are supposed to be territorial illuminations that carry the authority to bear the witness of Christ in the territory. So if we come into the territory and we cannot find the witness of Christ in the territory, it means that there is no functional church that is in that territory. Even though we do this kind of gatherings and everybody's jumping. I don't want to be a minister in a generation where the witness of Christ is not. Because in that generation, there will be nobody that has a connection to heaven like Peter had to bring the kind of testimony Peter brought. Thou art the Christ. Thou art the Son of the living God. No man in that land. If you don't hear that, revelations that are not attributed to flesh and blood, but a flow from the conduit in the heavenlies, coming into the spirits of men, it means there is no candlestick left. That city, that nation will fall into darkness. I just came back from Europe. We had a tour from place to place. There were places where the most predominant thing I saw was the altar of immorality. There's some nations, it was the altar of religion. In some other nations, it was witchcraft. And that is the reason why I said the theme of this conference must be, what is church? Sometimes I have the strongest utterance in Ghana. So if I really want to talk, I come to Ghana. Sometimes I might be finding utterance in Nigeria, but when I come here, it comes out. So before that local assembly can be recognized as a church, it must have a candlestick in the mortal realm. That means it was established by an effort of the head.